Coffee's for closers only. You think I'm fucking with you? I am not fucking with you. I am not fucking with you. Coffee's for closers only. Closers only. Coffee's for closers only.
Only share.
That's so stupid.
This is my first time sitting in the host chair for Coffee Friday, I think. And I think I've been sleeping on how much heat that is.
Yeah, we need to do more Coffee Fridays simply for the intro, I think. Content, whatever, who cares? But
I would be down to people would hate this. Many people would hate this. I would be down to revamp the circling back, the regular circling back intro music like once every quarter.
I don't know, man.
I know there's an argument for consistency. We've obviously done quite well with consistency.
We tweaked it one time, and some people were like, "Wait a minute, you can't just do that to us." I'm sorry, we made it hotter.
I know that was a bad idea, and I take it back. I didn't mean to start Coffee Friday out on such a weird note. This is, of course, a podcast where we drink coffee on Friday.
And although we drink coffee, it is presented by Vizzy Hard Seltzer.
That's the only hard seltzer featuring vitamin C from superfruit acerola, correct?
Yeah, and it's also just extremely vibey.
It is.
I think Brett can attest to that.
It's a vibe. They're all about good vibes, as are we, as a company and a podcast. Vizzy brings the vibes constantly.
We were talking vibes earlier, like maybe sitting poolside, maybe you're out on the boat with a Vizzy, maybe you're whitewater rafting.
Or maybe not sitting poolside. More on that later.
Maybe you're on the dock docking.
You could be docking.
Just pulling the boat up.
Perhaps you could be docking.
You
Whatever
could
you're
do
doing.
a number of things.
Whatever you're doing, though, if your Vizzy is in your hand, you're going to be having a good time. We all know that.
If you docked with the International Space Station, can you drink alcohol in space? Like, do they send you up with some stuff?
They allow Vizzy because of the acerola.
Right.
Other ones, it messes up with like the oxygenation inside the capsules or whatever.
The oxygenation.
I think that checks out.
Yeah. So Vizzy's tight though. That's allowed.
It's the only hard seltzer that can penetrate the atmosphere, and I don't know if that's true or not. I'm sorry.
To penetrate
again with the space.
Yeah.
Have you had the mimosas yet, Dillon?
Man, I haven't.
Oh,
I haven't. I'm really upset about it.
Wait till you hop in on that peach mimosa hard seltzer from Vizzy. Wow.
The peach. Okay.
It's phenomenal.
I might pick up some today if I can find it. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to.
You know where I found it? I found it in a random Super One Foods in Whitefish, Montana.
Is that
Wow.
true?
Mm-hmm.
You need to give me the location because I will be up there soon.
Oh, I got you, Dave.
Well,
Fantastic.
to find a Vizzy near you, go to VizzyHardSeltzer.com/washed. That's VizzyHardSeltzer.com/washed. And for updates on the latest flavor drops and more, sign up at VizzyHardSeltzer.com/subscribe. Must be 21 or older. 21 or older.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I think so.
Good tag team there.
So what is Coffee Friday? We just come in here, just vibes, no rundown.
That's pretty much what it is. So Coffee Friday, if you don't know what it is, basically we just drink coffee on Friday is what that means. Today's Friday, and I have Bing Bong in my hand. I think I made intern Klein uncomfortable with my coffee mug, which is, the
Bodacious.
the bare midsection of a woman.
Good
womanly
gracious.
figure. Yeah, I don't see.
I'm just H2O. I'm still dehydrated. It's from what
Water
we did
Friday
yesterday.
for Brett.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I need it. I didn't pee once during our golf run yesterday for 4 hours.
That's bad.
Your body was just absorbing.
Right.
Yeah.
I drank a lot of water on the course. And I only had 2 drinks. I think it gets to the point when you're playing golf in 100-degree heat where you're just like, I don't really need a.
Yeah, we were fully
cocktail.
prepared. Like Dave and I each brought a cooler, not for drinks, but for a towel. We put a towel in there.
Last time I bring that cooler to a golf course, it barely fits. It's a Yeti, like the small one, and to open it, you have to it's like the heavy duty zipper, and unzipping it, like reaching around the clubs was just a beating, and I cut my hand and it hurt.
It got the job done.
Dillon might need to play golf more often in 100-degree heat.
I'll tell you what, man. I was striking the ball decently well for a guy who, A, is a terrible golfer, and B, hasn't played in a very long time. I felt good about my game.
There was only one club throw into the woods.
Yeah. Last time I played was in Vegas.
That did happen. Not me, but
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Will's not here, by the way. That's why I'm sitting here.
Oh yeah, Will's not here. You probably
Sorry,
figured
that
out
was
by
rude.
now.
Will's in D.C. And as predicted, the news of the day has changed his plans. And I didn't want to transition from your female coffee mug right into giving
Oh,
a genuine shout out to all of our lady backers out there, our listeners.
Yes.
Understand if you don't want to listen to a fun podcast today, completely get it. But just
Yeah.
know we're thinking of you.
The tone of the day is a little grim.
Subdued.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I am a little hungover, but I am also a little grim. Can one be grim? How does that work?
One can be grim. Yeah.
Well, consider me grim.
You can feel grim.
Yeah, but
Yeah, unfortunate ruling, in my opinion.
Mhm.
Unfortunate ruling for America. So, yeah, unnerving.
Anxiety.
it's a weird time. I mean, it's been a weird time, but like, and even though we had like an idea that this was coming down the pipe, it's like it's still like when you see it, you're like, Jesus, like what? I'm sorry, that's me getting political. I'll mix it up in the Discord. If you're in the Discord, I'll mix it up and we can talk substantive due process and implied rights to privacy if you want.
Yeah.
Be more than happy to.
There are-
Seriously, email me, Dave@watchmedia.com. I love that stuff.
There
I
are-
love talking con law.
At least two people are writing a review right now about how we're getting too political, and you know what? We're not. It's just
It's Coffee Friday.
It's Coffee Friday, but more importantly, this is a major
Okay,
issue.
pull back curtain. Honestly, when stuff happens at like Buffalo or Uvalde or and you know, like things that it's like, what do you think we should? How do you want to go about
Yeah.
like
For every
a show that people are like they're not tuning in for our takes on stuff.
For every like these guys are talking politics, there's another couple people that are like, we want to hear what you guys have to say on these issues. So it's
I'm sorry, I mic'd you. I just
damned if you
mic'd you.
do, damned if you don't kind of situation. Yeah, tell us what you want to hear. Do you want us to speak up on things, or do you want us to just ignore it and be your escape from the thing? Which is fine if you do.
I understand
obviously.
that. I have I have shows that I consider that and that I listen to, you know.
And
but
you know what?
what we do here is basically, I don't know if this is corny, but do we take the pulse of social media and talk about it? Something like that. That's where we get a lot of our content, and like to act like people, this isn't the topic.
The only time historically we've done like politically adjacent stuff that we find humor in, you know, if Ted Cruz says something just about queso, we're going to talk about it because it's funny, not necessarily political, even though he is a political figure and he's easy to make fun of.
Right. It's like,
but
equal.
sometimes we do speak out a little bit. Yeah, when 19 kids in our home state are gunned down, we're going to have a little something to say about it. I'm sorry. It just happens.
Yeah, and I don't know.
If you don't like that, let us know.
No, yeah.
Let us know. I would like to know if you don't want to hear us talk about it, but
It's Coffee Friday. Look, we can do what we want. It's the adult tour. We can say whatever the hell we want.
We can.
The adult
can.
tour would be a good podcast.
And also you can, maybe skip forward a little bit.
That could be Randy's new joint.
The adult tour?
Yeah.
He'd rather do the kids tour. Like Randy wants to be the dude perfect tour operator, because they just get slimed every night.
Randy gets slimed every night, just in a different way. I'm sorry, I don't know what that means.
Jesus.
Dirty.
You are a filthy son of a bitch, dude.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Y'all were talking golf, though. You did throw your 3-wood, despite the fact that that's the best round of golf I think I've ever played with you.
Only because of the circumstance. It was 18th tee, and
You waited till the last hole of the club toss. No one's doing that.
it was 18th tee, and I had high hopes about the hole, and I was first up for Wolf because I was in last place, even though I was second on the scoring for the day, which is still trying to figure that one out.
You saying that the guy who generally takes the Wolf score and like keeps track of that might have been? What are you saying? Like, I don't know what you're suggesting.
Really, it's just weird how that works out.
Is that a emoji?
No, it's just
Okay.
it's like a damn, that stinks emoji.
Nobody's talking about me being in last place going into 17, the par 3 at Lions, and just raising the stakes and just putting 1 to 10 feet.
You didn't pop top like you said you were going to do.
Oh, I didn't, did I?
Anyway, I was gonna say when I played in Vegas, which is the last round of golf I played, I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yes, I played with Drew, and he was like, "Man, you."
Will's brother-in-law.
He's like, "You have, yeah." He's a very good golfer. He's a scratch golfer plus handicap. He was like, "You got a good swing, but man, you're swinging way too hard." I was like, "Huh, okay." I quieted my backswing down significantly. I don't rock. I used to rock.
You were chasing Klein swing speed. Be honest.
No, I'm never gonna be Klein on the speedometer. I know that. I don't want to be. That's not my game. But I quieted my swing. I slowed it down. I'm not trying to crush the ball anymore. And I hit it. I struck the ball pretty well.
And you know what? The biggest difference from what I saw is that your misses in the past when you swing hard are like gone. Two baseball fields over. No one's finding that.
Yeah.
Just so much spin on the ball. But even like your bad shots, it was like, okay, well, that's got a chance.
I'm finding it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So look, I'm happy, and maybe I want to play a little bit more. I can't do too many rounds in the heat like that, though.
I was surprised you made 18.
Well, I
I'm
was going to
feeling
say, maybe it's, the back can act up from now and then on you. Maybe the heat kind of keeps you loose.
On 15, that long par 5, and it's just there's no shade whatsoever. I had a moment where I was like, this might be my last hole. I put the towel over the head.
Yeah.
I powered through, man.
There was one hole, I don't know if you guys know, I had to walk off the green. Like I finished the hole and I had to walk off before people finished. I'm sorry if you thought that was a dick move, but I had a little spin moment. I had to get in the shade.
I said 15. I think it was actually 14 when I'm talking about. Either way, it doesn't matter. I had a moment where I almost called it.
The cool towels are so key in a round like that.
Yeah. Anyway,
It's a pro move to bring your own towel and keep it in a cooler.
yeah.
Not the best shape I've ever seen Lions in, by the way. Greens
wasn't great.
Greens are interesting.
No one had a true roll. I saw a lot of putts popping up and down.
Greens were very hoppy.
Which is like, you know what? I'll take I think I putt better on I like ACC greens, even though they're a 14 on the stimp.
Oh, look at this guy.
Lions greens.
Brett, you hit a tree yesterday harder and more hilariously than I've ever seen anyone hit a tree.
I hit 4 trees yesterday that were within like 2.5 inches of my aim that would have been perfect shots. And one being 120 yards behind me. I've never seen anything like it.
Watching you try to punch out and hit like I'm assuming it was like a hooded 3-iron or something.
It was a 6.
Yeah. And watching it hit, hearing it hit the tree, and then it went so far back and right that I had to look away because I was like, dude, it's so hot and so miserable. I'm like, and Brett, your face was so red.
Yeah,
I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if Brett just went home.
I bogeyed the hole though.
You did. It was a great bogey. You and I both had we hit a lot of trees and had a lot of scrambling to get bogeys.
Because the trees that we would hit or the lies we would have were not, like, for example, my drive on 2 ended up, I asked you guys or drive on 3. I ended up literally 6 inches from a tree stump, and I asked Dillon and Dave, I was like, do you guys mind if I pull this back like a foot? Because it's basically unplayable without breaking my wrist. And like, sure enough, move it back, hit another tree on the approach to the house. I was like, that's not that bad. I was 7 yards off the fairway behind a tree stump. And then they don't trim that course at all. So it's just.
We gifted you a stroke on that hole.
We did.
Did you?
The reason it's called taking an unplayable is because the ball is in fact unplayable.
But I mean, in theory,
this
I don't care.
isn't USGA. I mean, we're going to let you have it.
This isn't the live tour, bro.
This is just friends being friends. Yeah,
imagine live tour. One of the things is like, if it's kind of a nasty lie, just pull it back a few yards. You get a hand wedge every 18.
Ooh,
I don't know, man.
Dylan, you ever had a hand wedge?
I can't say I have.
Okay.
Also, they have Lions is doing their margaritas in cups that look like little Dixie cups that you would like rinse your mouth out when your in-laws' bathroom. That was jarring, and they don't fit the cup holder in the
your
carts.
margarita cup.
Yeah, my little guy.
Well,
My little,
I'm glad you got some kind of beverage because they've removed all the water coolers from the course.
Oh, that's
and I'm just
another
like,
thing.
okay, like,
yeah.
Because I was planning on like soaking my towel with that water and putting
it's 100 degrees out there. They have no shelters out there. there are trees, of course, that you can find some shade. They have no
Hey,
covered,
man, we found plenty of shade,
no,
Brett and I.
no covered anywhere.
We're bad.
And then like there no water jugs. They removed them from the course. And so we finally caught up with one of the marshals on the 8th, I think. He pulls up and Dave's like, "Hey, you guys not doing water jugs out here?" He's like, "Oh, we don't do that anymore." "Oh, thank you."
Dude,
Maybe put a
We
warning
don't
sign up
do
front, like
water jugs anymore.
put a warning sign up front, like if you don't
I
have your own
know.
water, you might die out there.
if there's one thing that bothers Dillon, it's when there's no jugs.
Gotta have jugs.
Must have jugs.
You're gonna piss me right off if there's no jugs anywhere to be seen.
That's the name of Dillon's rom-com. Must have jugs.
Yeah. Where are the jugs?
It's
You,
just on the
you playing muni courses and you meet your sigod.
It's like
Right.
a movie with Sydney Sweeney, and there's like a pitching machine involved somehow, the judge machine.
Sure. Okay.
Multiple judge. Anyway, that's a good segue.
There's levels.
Because we went to Ranch 616 afterwards.
It's a restaurant in Austin on West 6th. West 6th and Nueces. It's really just on Nueces, but am I saying that right? Whatever.
Nueces.
Nueces.
It doesn't matter, man. No one cares. No one's listening anyway. After we got too political, they turned it off.
Mhm.
Okay.
Just kidding.
It's like two people.
Dave, was that your first time back since they
Yeah.
had reopened
Correct.
due to insurance fraud? I mean, the winter storm damage, apparently.
Did you suggest that there might be
There might be a little extracurricular activity there. I'm just saying.
what are you basing that on?
A water main break?
I mean, a lot of people had damage from the winter storm.
Do you have enough damage to entirely redo the restaurant?
I had a tree fall on my AC unit in the last freeze.
How's that? Is that fixed?
Yeah, dude, and it's fucking expensive. Shit's fucking expensive, dude. Lunchflation.
AC
I'm getting
inflation.
I'm getting smoked out there.
Yeah,
it was.
I stopped eating lunch.
It was good. Their menus expanded a little bit. It was good. I probably ordered poorly. I went with the beer can chicken, which was a special. And while it was good, it was not enough. There was not enough chicken on that bone.
They have the lamb chop was another special option. I've had it before, and if you haven't, I recommend trying that at some point. It is
Dynamite.
delicious.
I went fish tacos. Can never go wrong with fish tacos. Very good. I believe I gave them like an 8.5 on the fish taco scale out of 10.
Wow,
Pretty good.
that's up there.
Pretty good.
I should have got that.
They're very good. But I'll pull back the curtain here. We went into Ranch 616. It was myself, Dillon, Dave, Klein, and Klein's buddy, intern Klein.
Bay stopped by for a hot minute.
Bay was there for a hot minute. Yep.
Just passing through.
Just saying what's up to the squad.
When I walked up, she was sitting down at the table, and I was like, huh. I was like, because Alyssa had asked, like, hey.
Oh no.
She's like, is it just going to be the boys? I was like, yeah. And then when I walked up, I was like, oh, this is going to be a tough one.
No, she was out with friends, and she was on her way home, and she was driving right by. So I was like, yeah, come give me a smooch. Stop by, I got a smooch. She yacked it up with the boys for a minute, and she was on her way.
We didn't do cocaine with your wife, to be clear.
No, not that kind of yak.
Okay.
Like yakety, like we were talking. She was,
You're communicating with your wife.
yeah, verbally.
What is the word that I learned yesterday that she likes to use?
Oh, zhuzh. Zhuzh. You know what a zhuzhing is?
I know it now because you told me. I'd never heard that.
When we started dating, she mentioned she needed to zhuzh something. I think I was like going over to her place, and she's like, "Okay, let me zhuzh the house first." And I was like, "What do you talk?
How do you
what?"
spell that?
It starts with a Z.
Thank you.
Hold on.
I'm just wondering the origin. Is it like Yiddish? This is all new to me. I like it though. Because you definitely friend cucked Brett.
I'll spell it for you in a
Yeah,
sec.
you did. Dillon friend cut me.
What do you mean a friend?
Klein was supposed to stay on Brett's couch, and then you came in like, stay in my guest cabin.
My guest
we have,
house
we have
behind
a
the-
guest room.
My carriage house.
It's a
behind-
very
behind
basic
the
setup.
backyard.
It's like a 12 by 12 room with a double bed in it, and it's not special. Anyway,
And you cucked him.
Yeah.
zhuzh is spelled ZHUSH. Zhuzh.
Okay.
Zhuzh.
That makes sense. I was
Anyway.
on the zhuzh train too because that's a word we used growing up. I'm gonna zhuzh something up, make it a little nicer.
I had never heard it, but now I know the word.
Z-H-U-S-H.
It means to make more exciting, lively, or attractive.
Oh, it's a legit word.
Oh yeah, it's a word.
Oh, Z-H-U-Z-H.
Oh. Okay, here we go. Also spelled zoosh or zoosh with Z-O-O-Z-H-O-O-S-H as a verb meaning to make something more lively, interesting, and stylish. It is a fairly recent slang term, first appearing in the mid-1960s in gay communities in the UK in the sense to improve the look of one's clothing or outfit.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's a big zhuzher. She uses it often. Anyway, she had the zhuzh because Klein was headed over to the crib and she wanted him to feel comfortable, So she zhuzhed. Sorry, Brett. Look, the guy slept in a bed last night.
He did, instead of my couch, so that's nice for him. I did zhuzh my place in anticipation of Klein coming to stay with me. So now I just have a nice, clean apartment.
And you have a zhuzhed apartment. You're welcome.
Hey, let's overuse that next week, but not tell Will like what's going on.
Okay.
Like let's just start like casually dropping it in on podcasts and just see if he's like,
Just come. Who zhuzhed the office over the weekend? It looks really good in here.
yeah, I didn't want to say anything, but it was me.
Dave
I'm the
zhuzhed.
one who zooges.
Hey, going back to the start of Ranch 616 night though, there was like David issued a Taiwan on warning in the Austin viewing
I
area.
did at the golf course. Dillon, my partner, I looked at him and I said, I'm gonna get into one tonight.
When Dave says like, "I'm Ubering tonight," he's in Taiwan on mode. And honestly, I was too. I was ready to start throwing them back.
Same. I think it was across the board.
I drank a margarita fairly quickly when I sat down at the table,
You did.
anticipating like maybe doing a couple more.
I did a cold brew martini with tequila at Fix before Ranch 616. I was like, all right, we're having a night.
Were they upset that you weren't staying? It fixed.
No,
Like they like, Brett, why are you leaving us?
We have a handshake agreement. Like I'll go if I walk in the door, I'll get a drink, and they ask what you're up to tonight, and I'll say, well, I'm going to eat here, or we're doing dinner up the road.
You're in an open relationship with Fix.
Yeah, I'm in very much. It's like, hey, you guys don't have Mexican food here at Fix. That's what I'm in the
Facts.
mood for. So they're like, yep, no problem. See you
That's
next
cool
time.
that they let you do that.
Right. But it didn't happen.
Where was this going? Oh yeah, we tried to drink. We got tired. I sat down and I was texting y'all. I was like, I feel pretty good. Like for a guy who just played in 102-degree heat,
I felt
got to go right into a dinner.
the first hour of dinner. I felt really good, and then it kind of hit me.
The first ranch water, I got zapped by the golf course monster.
Yeah,
He came back for blood.
he's like, "I'm not done with you yet, bitch boy."
Yeah, he's like, you thought it was over? It's not. We're just getting started. I was like, no, dude.
Yeah.
So I ordered another ranch water. Then I had another one at Woodrow's, and then I went home and went to bed.
You want ranch water at Woodrow's?
I did. I was already riding that tequila train, and I'm a big believer in not mixing hard liquors. No, I'll go beer, vodka, or beer, hard liquor. But I like consistency because I feel like that's when I really feel like death is when I do like a vodka or do a Dave, and then go right into an El Dave, and then maybe like a Davicino
Stop.
or a Dave Teeny.
Stop.
What's a Dave Teeny?
So it's vodka, olives,
Mm-hmm.
served in a what's traditionally known as a martini glass,
Mm-hmm.
and a
Any
little bit of
vermouth?
vermouth,
Oh, okay.
Is it chilled?
mega chilled. And the Dave Teenies generally serve with ice on the pond, so just a little bit of crushed ice on top.
Oh.
Wow,
Damn.
it sounds really familiar to some like another kind of drink I've had, but I can't quite put a finger on it.
Often-
it sounds really good.
Often imitated, never replicated.
Dave Teeny? Is that what you called it?
So I don't call it that. A lot of people do. I don't. I just say whatever's in popular vernacular.
It's just wild that you have so many drinks named after you.
Well, I've lived a crazy life, man.
The Dave Teeny.
L. Dave.
I just missed.
You
We
guys
throw it
stop
away.
throwing
That
stuff
wasn't-
over
that
here.
was just
That's
coffee.
disgusting.
It's
Is there
not-
snot in that?
No, it's coffee. I spilled a little cold
So
brew.
if I pick it up, is
Swear.
it safe?
That did not. I'm not going to do what Will did. I'm not going to dig a bat out of my cave on the video
Oh, shit.
because of you. Because you called him out in the middle of the pod.
Would you want to be called out?
I would wait till after.
You think the camera is
Dillon-
not picking it up?
It's not.
If I'm not on the pod, Dylan asks me before all the time. He looks over. He's like, "Am I good? Am I good?" I'm like, "Good,
I
dog."
say, do I have any bugs?
It's good
Quick
stuff.
little book check.
Book check.
Too many times I walk around the house and Brittany's like, "Hey man, you got another booger up there." I'm like, God dang it.
That's good that you guys are on that level, though. I mean, you are
Yeah.
married, so.
Yeah.
Did Dave? You think it was weird that Dillon took a shit at Woodrow's after?
Don't say that. I did not.
He did not.
I don't poop while I'm out.
I don't think I do either. If I ever have, it's a bad situation. Klein has patented the Star Bar move because they have nice bathrooms.
Still haven't
Well, it's pretty much your only option if you're at Woodrow's and you get the.
That's true.
Yeah.
You got to walk right across the street, say hi to the bouncer, and walk right back out when you're done. Be like, "Yep, that just happened."
He knows.
He knows.
Yeah.
He knows what's going on there. But yeah, we all went home early.
So there was a table next to us, two young ladies, and they were just having a little girls' night. And some of the guys at our table were like, "Oh, those are attractive young ladies."
It wasn't me.
No, certainly was not me. Anyway, they sat there, and then they got up to leave. And right when they got up to leave, we were talking golf, of course, because dudes rock.
Yeah.
Brett stands up. Brett? Keep in mind, they were behind Brett. Brett does not know they're about to walk out.
Correct.
And he starts explaining how his chipping stance, which is very weird. It's like almost side saddle. It's very open stance. And so he's standing up doing like the
golf guy.
the golf guy thing. Like, oh no. So this is what I do. And they stood there and watched him do it. And then I go, Brett, and he turns around. He's like, oh. I was like, that's not a good look.
It's not. I had no idea they were behind. They were sitting behind me, trying to get up. I was trying to golf guide because you guys were saying explain this nightmare of a chipping stance to me. So I was doing that.
Yeah.
We also got out the picture of the famous 6th Street ass man,
the Austin ass man,
and we considered showing everyone in the restaurant.
We did show our waitress
just to get their thoughts on.
Great waitress. Body bagged me at the end, but great waitress.
She did.
She did.
After telling her that I was older than Dave, she didn't say, "Well, I would have thought you were older," talking about Dave.
And she goes, "It's the mustache." And she's like, "There's grays in it." And that actually saved it. I was like, I didn't know those grays were noticeable. I'm actively looking for more grays in my beard
I
and
got
hair.
some on the chinny chin.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
None in your hair though.
Well, I need to
thanks.
touch them up actually.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
You know why I sound like shit today? You know what I forgot to do when I woke up?
If I would guess, I would say you didn't take your athletic greens.
I forgot to do my athletic greens.
You dumbass idiot.
I know.
Wow.
I knew. You leave your house and you're like, I forgot something. I couldn't figure it out. And then as I sat down and did this ad read, I was like, oh yeah, that's the problem.
So for many, many years of my life, since I started drinking coffee on a regular basis, I've woken up very excited to have my first cup of coffee. Just been a part of my life. Now I'm excited for two things: athletic greens, followed by my coffee.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wonderful, wonderful way to start your
It's the
day.
1-2 punch.
It is.
I've had athletic greens literally every day since they gave us our package, our athletic greens package. I'm on the train.
I've skipped a couple days accidentally. I just kind of forgot to do it.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I don't like to skip.
Yeah, if you're me, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I don't necessarily get the proper amount of greens in my diet on a daily basis. So this is a nice way to just kind of nip it right off the bat in the morning. First thing I do, go out, 1 scoop, about 10 ounces of water in the little shaker. Love that shaker, by the way. Shake it up.
With 1 scoop, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food sourced superfoods, probies, aka probiotics, and another word that I really don't want to attempt to say because I'm probably going to botch it.
No, go ahead. Adaptogens.
Adaptogens. Thank you.
It's a tough one.
It looked more intimidating than
It's
it
like
actually
Zooge for your stomach.
Zhuzh.
Zhuzh.
Come on, man.
It's lifestyle friendly. Whether you eat keto, paleo, vegan, or dairy free or gluten free, you can do this. Supports better sleep recovery or sleep quality, and recovery, mental clarity, and alertness. That's something. That's the key.
That's where I've noticed the biggest change.
Yeah.
In me.
Notice that you've been on your game. You did like a 10,000 word blog.
9,200.
9,200. Wow. Fantastic. As far as the price goes, it costs you less than $3 a day. You're investing in your health, and it's cheaper than your cold brew habit. Boy, don't I know it. I mean, come on. Right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. It's just one scoop in a cup of water every day. That's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give away a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/circling. Again, that's athleticgreens.com/circling to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance.
Is it finally time to talk about what everyone's been waiting for?
Is this Brett's pool segment?
I thought it was the whitewater rafting.
Okay, that's a
We
good
can
one
really
too.
go either way.
Let's go. Let's start with the whitewater rafting.
What's your beef with whitewater
Man.
rafting?
So we're doing like a bachelor party planning test, right? I'm not the best man here. I am involved in the bachelor party. I'm not, whitewater rafting is being tossed around. I'm firmly, like, to my core, anti whitewater rafting. One, I've never done it, so I have no basis for argument's sake here. But two, I just don't. I can't explain to you how bad I don't want to whitewater raft, and I think it's because I think it's lame.
You've never been, right?
No,
What's lame about it?
I don't. To me, it's like a dangerous activity that has no, like, what's fun about it, I guess.
It's
adrenaline.
thrilling, adrenaline rush.
You're on the water. You're getting spray.
You're in a dope location. The type
You're
of
on a river.
rivers where you whitewater raft are usually in pretty dope spots. I've done whitewater rafting through the Grand Canyon, actually, the Colorado River, and it was absolutely incredible.
I did it when I was 18 on the American River, somewhere in Northern California. And I would love, I've actually talked to Flounder. I was like, dude, we should go do this again. And he's all about it. But of course, he wants to add a fly fishing element to it. But
It's like 90%, 95%, like cool, like calm, you get to
Scenery.
talk to people, and then scenic, and it's like, this is really beautiful.
you probably have a guide.
water's clear, and
I would hope so.
then it's 5% of it's like, all right, everyone get ready. Here comes a little. They have like different levels to how intense it is. Like
Class twos.
Here comes a 3. I don't know what it's called. Anyway,
Class whatever rapids.
so so get ready for it. You're like, okay, all right, and then you get through that, like, that was sick. Then you get to chill for another little bit.
Do you have any, like, when you have the oar in your hand, do you have any influence on that, or is it more for show? It's more to, like, give you some security.
It's a good team building thing too, because everybody's got to kind of be in sync. Now you've got the momentum. Obviously, you're on a river and you're going in that direction. But
Those oars are to stay on track mostly.
Yeah.
'Cause the river carries you.
you have to avoid creek boulders or
Yeah.
river boulders, things of that nature.
I think I'd be annoyed if I, like, hit my shin on a rock below the surface in a rubber boat. I'd be like, fuck that.
No, that's not a thing.
You're gonna want to stay in the boat during the rapid part.
You're also going to need to wear chacos or tivas.
You
And-
can
and a
borrow my
helmet.
chacos. I have like 15 pair.
More on Chacos potentially to come.
Well, I'm
We've
a Chaco guy.
made contact.
I'm
Jodie Foster style.
We need to wait because people are going to think we just did chacos content to get the bag.
We didn't.
We didn't. Dylan
So,
just got chacos.
I'm gonna start selling feet picks for like $200, but I'm gonna do a $300 version where I have the Chaco tan line. Get to pay extra for that.
Okay.
So it's just crazy sick.
Commish, man.
Just young.
All right. You know what? Maybe I was
Brett,
too hard on whitewater
cool, man.
raft.
Brett,
That's cool.
I'm telling you, like me as an 18-year-old, I hated everything.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it.
Loved
It was-
whitewater raft.
And I think it's great for a guy in his. I mean, we're older than you, but
So
it would be a good trip for guys in their 30s just to kind of get back, like
What's the
feel like
locale?
alive again.
would be New Hampshire.
Don't know much about New Hampshire.
I don't either.
It's
But I'm sure they have some
northeast New
rapids.
England. Nice place. Good mountains. Good rivers.
Who's the most famous person from New Hampshire?
Very wooded area. Ooh. That's a good question, Dave. I don't know if they're pumping out.
Adam Sandler. Mandy Moore. She's missing you like candy. Sarah Silverman, noted comedian.
Wow, New Hampshire, huh?
And more. Oh, Seth Meyers. Okay. Yeah.
Good, really nice place. though.
Okay, Dylan.
Portsmouth, New Hampshire is beautiful.
Dylan, here you go. Carlton Fisk.
There it is.
Boom.
That famous home run down the line. It hit the foul pole. He's waving it fair.
He's my little Fisky girl.
Nice.
Sorry.
Right.
Yes, that'll be
It
fun.
was a play on his last name.
Give it a shot, man. Be open minded. Give it a shot.
Okay, I'll be open minded. I'll
It's-
give it a
are you-
shot.
Are
What are the
you scared?
alternatives for this bachelor party?
See, like
Is there a
what I
fear
want to
factor?
do is be on a boat and just drink beers. Like I feel like that would be fun.
You know-
You don't think it's not really a drinking
It's
activity?
not always
right?
about alcohol, bro.
No,
Yeah,
but
bro.
be on a boat and water ski or wakeboard or just cruise is my.
That's fun, but you can do that anywhere and everywhere.
You can only
and all the
whitewater
time.
raft in rapids
You have to go find them. You know what I mean?
when the mountains are calling, Dylan.
Be open minded. Give it a shot. Don't be scared. Hold on to your
I'm not
buddy.
scared, dude. I'm not
Hold on
fucking
to your
I'm
butt.
Not fucking scared, man.
It'll be sick, dog.
All right.
So they
All right,
did.
I'm gonna do it.
I don't know if this is a thing that you do on all whitewater raft trips, but the guide has like this spot. There's spots in the river where there's like big, large boulders, right? Gets the raft right up against it, and the front is going up and down. And if you want, you can go sit on the front and hold like you're riding a horse or a bronco, you know, bull riding. And like you bounce up and down. It's really fun. It's very. I mean, I don't know if it'd be fun now, but it was fun as an 18-year-old.
Bronco country.
Yeah,
Let's ride.
there it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
there we
No,
go.
we knew it was
Hey,
coming. We knew it was
hey.
coming.
Let's ride.
Yeah.
That's what they say before they get on the raft like that, basically.
Sure.
All right. Well, if I'm gonna do it, I want to be in like position A. Like who's the engine? You know, the fourth seat in a
You
in
want to be
like a
the
crew boat.
the coxsman?
engine?
What's it called? What's his name?
Coxswain.
The coxswain.
Coccyx.
Can you spell coxswain?
I don't want to try it.
COCKSON.
Nope.
Fuck. It's not it. Oh, I know. It's COXWAIN.
Oh, so close.
There's an S in there, isn't
Yep.
there? Okay.
Coxswain.
Coxswain. That's right. They wouldn't know shit.
No, we didn't have that at Duncanville.
You didn't have the Duncanville rowing team?
No, we weren't near bodies of water to do that. We weren't going out to Joe Pool Lake to crew or whatever. It's a great way to build your back, though.
Have y'all seen the Jacobs Well?
What's that?
It's a swimming hole near Austin, and it's on a little creek river situation. But Jacobs Well is this natural well that you can dive down into, and it is freaky looking. How
Oh, is
cool
it really? It's like very
Yes.
clear and deep.
It's freaky. Yeah.
Yes, I've often wanted to do this. It's something that I assume I need to be like months in advance on booking a trip there.
I don't really know how that. I think you just walk up and start swimming.
It's cool looking.
It is
It
cool
is
looking.
freaky.
Is it all
looking now,
natural?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of sick, dog.
Well, there's like a swimming hole or series of swimming holes outside of Austin that's like on private land. I forget what it's called. I see it like it's very Instagram and Reelsy kind of content, but you just have to cross this dude's property who really fucking hates people crossing his property. And if you get by like the big bad mean guy, you get some
Is he gonna?
dope swimming.
Is he
in.
gonna blast?
You might blast.
Yeah. They've got to fix that. You can just cross someone's
Yeah.
property.
Did
I
y'all?
don't
Hey,
think I'd be pleased either.
when you were in San Marcos,
I kind of want
did
to go
y'all
to Jacobs
frequent the place known as Little Arkansas?
Well. Yeah.
So I assume they shut that down, but that place was like mega dangerous to like get to. Like
I don't remember it all that well, honestly.
it was on someone's private property and they just let people drive down there. But to drive down there, you're on like a significant hilltop and you're kind of going around on these like borderline dangerous roads. And like you could easily see how some college kid could roll a truck down into it. But that was a fun spot. That was a heavy Chaco sitch.
Oh, that's why I used to hang out there.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. You were early.
Yeah. Let's go to Jacobs Well. This is kind of sick. I changed my mind on it being. I mean, it is kind of freaky, but I want to go.
All right.
Do I need to do Enchanted Rock? I've never done that. I don't really feel the need.
I imagine it to be the hottest place on earth right now. 'Cause
Sure.
It's the big granite rock that's just sitting in the sun all day. And it's 104 degrees. Maybe in the fall.
Okay.
It's just a big rock. I don't. What's the draw really?
It's enchanted, yeah.
Dylan.
Is it enchanted?
Yeah. Spells and shit.
Okay. Well,
Do you know the entrance to Barton Springs, or I don't know what it's called, but right there at where Mopac and 360, and there's like that. You stay on the service road, and all those cars
Yeah.
park along.
Yeah, yeah.
What does that go down to?
The
Greenbelt.
yeah. Also, so you know where I used to live? You probably don't actually. In
right.
Travis Country.
Yeah.
My house backed up to that same area, and people would park along my right by my house, like lined up. And you hike down there, and it's Sculpture Falls. I'll show you some pics. It's pretty cool. Big swimming hole. Right now, it's probably pretty dry. You can't really do much swimming there. But when it's raining and stuff, like during the spring, it's really, really cool. I used to go down there all the time because I lived right there.
Yeah, I always see that because I used to drive by that service road like every day.
Sculpture Falls.
And I was like, do I need to be doing this?
Beyond that, you can just hike and stuff throughout, all that too. It's the Greenbelt. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever hiked like intentionally. Like I've never set out with my intention of like, we're going hiking today. That's a thing we're doing on this trip. That's just never been a thing.
It's cool. It gets you in touch with some, it's kind of some primal instincts.
Looks like that down there.
I can't really hate on you for not wanting to whitewater raft when I've never hiked. But
hiking with like a cool destination in mind or to get to is fun.
Went hiking in Telluride over last summer.
In Telly, dude?
Telly, beautiful.
How many edibles?
Like 45 degrees and it feels like it's 70 because the air's so thin up there. It's really weird how it works. I did burn a little bit while I was there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sculpture
Falls and Well Junction, whatever it's called.
Jacob's Well.
Jacob's Well. Let's get into it.
Okay. Very cool.
Brett, are you prepared to talk about your pool?
Speaking of pools.
Or do we want to talk about our friends at Everlane first?
Let's do Everlane first.
Okay. Hey, look, when you stick by what's important to your very core, it shows in everything you do. Everlane's committed to doing the right thing from start to finish. That means partnering with responsible factories and ensuring every piece of clothing looks and feels great for years to come. We've all we've been sent Everlane articles of clothing, and let me just say it's a big player up here.
Let me mash that anecdote button real
Please
quick
do.
if you don't mind. I wore my Everlane shoes during the rollback photo shoot we did on Tuesday. And one of the photographers, he was very complimentary of them. He's like, man, those are really great shoes. I love them. What kind are they? I said, they're Everlane.
I said the same thing.
I thought maybe he was just being nice. Hour later, he's like, I really like those shoes. Let me take a picture of the tongue. The tongue said Everlane. I don't want to forget the brand name. He's like, I'm getting me some of these shoes. That's how dope they were.
Can't confirm they're
I'm just saying, man.
Will's big in the T-shirt game from Everlane too.
I love their T-shirts. It's one that I wear around the house. I've even slept in them. They're great. Here's the cool thing. Everlane researches and audits factories and partners to find producers championing fair working conditions and reducing environmental impact. For example, paying above legal minimum wage, ensuring safe working environments, recycling water facilities, using renewable energy, or repurposing byproducts. Everlane team has a direct relationship with each factory and builds strong relationships with their team. Look, what more can we say? You're getting transparent clothes. You're getting sustainable, fair sourced stuff, and it's high quality. It's very comfortable. The shoes, I'm very jealous. I did not get the shoes, Dillon, but
it looks dope. I got 2 pairs of shoes.
Fantastic. Dave. If you want to do things differently from your core to your closet, shop Everlane. Go to everlane.com/steam and sign up for 10% off your first order. That's 10% off your first order when you go to everlane.com/steam and sign up. Everlane, helping people live their best lives with the least impact on the planet. Speaking of the planet, Brett's Pool. This segment's called Brett's Pool.
It does reside in the confines of Earth,
Facts.
but I can't use it, Dave.
Did Alex Jones do something in it?
Did somebody get in the same day that they had diarrhea?
We got an email from
Too many people peed in it.
from the Santal where I live.
You're telling your
Why
dogs
are you
yourself.
telling everybody where you live, dog?
All right, well, from my apartment complex.
I
Sorry.
mean, you already said that.
I'm
Due
not-
to recent activity over the weekend, we feel it's necessary to remind everyone of a few of the more important pool rules. These rules are visibly posted on the pool deck, and failure to adhere to these rules and community policies are included in the sign. Blah 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 blah. Resort and fine. Yada yada. You get the point. No glass, no pets, no loud music. 2 guests per resident, and the pool closes at 10. Fine. Get that email. No problem. So I went to enjoy the pool. I say, okay, there's rules. That's fine. But may I remind you, Dave, there's 2 pools in my apartment complex.
I didn't know that.
There's
Wow,
2
must be
pools.
nice.
Yeah,
I have
2
0
pools.
pools in my home.
I go there
Damn,
to
that must
get
be nice.
to after the rowback shoot, which was a hot one, to get some water. Cool off. Closed, Dave. No warning, no email. Just this pool rules email.
Filter clogged?
Pool number 1 closed. Broken glass.
Come
See,
on.
you just got to be
Broken glass.
That's a lot of broken
You're
glass.
a selfish jerk if you take glass
So
to
I
a pool.
so I said, no problem. I'll go to the next pool, next door. Just another 100-yard walk. Fine, totally fine. Oh, sir, that one's closed too. But why? Broken glass from the first one. So because whatever asinine reason, they closed one pool down because of broken glass. They had to close the other down too, which makes no sense. It's 107 degrees outside. And they closed 2 pools down for one broken glass, not even in the pool, on the side of the pool. And I'm hot about it.
So you're not mad at the apartment complex, or are
No,
you?
I am.
Who's
I'm
catching
saying,
your wrath
let's
right
use
now?
some common sense. One, if you're don't bring glass to the pool. Like, drink your rosé with ice cubes in it in a nice plastic container. Gonna get hot in the sun anyway in glass. And 2, why are you closing down both pools for one instance of broken glass on the side of a pool deck? And 3, why are you not sending an email saying the pools are closed so I have to walk my dumb ass down and find out the hard way? Pool rules email gets sent out. No closed pool email.
It's got to be a like a liability issue or something, you know.
Oh, it's 100%.
Yeah, that stinks, man.
Apparently, they have to drain the entire pool, scrub it, and then refill, and then re-chemical.
That's so much water.
Because of glass?
Because of glass.
Why scrub because of broken glass?
That's a great
Just to
question.
get the little glass fragments that could potentially be at the bottom of the pool or something? Is that what that means?
I believe so, yes.
Oh, okay.
Drain
That stinks,
both
man.
pools. And the pools, one of the pools is like fucking
But
huge.
they're following protocol. Don't be angry with management.
I
there.
know.
It's the D head who thought he could bring a Corona to the pool and be chill about it, but nah.
I agree.
You ruined the fun for everybody, dude.
Literally for everybody. And then, but my problem is it's the second time that they're not good communicators. So when my car was towed from a spot by this apartment complex,
Oh, Will got you.
Will got me. They didn't.
At
They
your own
didn't
apartment.
notify me at all. There was no warning. There was no. It was like your car's just gone. And they're like, "Oh, you're not in the system." And I pulled up the system, and I was clearly in it.
A fun fact about me: every time I go downtown in Austin and I drive, and I park somewhere on the street, even if I read the signs and pay, there's always a thing in the back of my head saying, "You're gonna get towed. You're gonna walk out of this brunch, and your car's not gonna be there." I just don't like parking downtown. I'm trying to get better at it. It's just such a beating.
It stinks.
Yeah. The other day when I had to go down to the Capitol, and y'all did too, you found a good spot. I went solo, and I just like, all right, I'm going to go in this parking garage.
There were
free,
hella-
by the way, for the amount of time we were there, but still.
There were hella spots right up front.
Yeah,
Bunch.
I did. Yeah.
I didn't think there would be.
I am take first available guy. I don't care if the walk's longer, but that's just the thing you need to know about me.
I've gotten pretty. There's a system I use as I go downtown a lot to do work. There's a pretty good loop I have going. Yeah, the West 6 spots are usually open in prime territory. $1 an hour. Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. Get the app. Makes it easy. It's on the pool, though. It's still closed for the foreseeable future. Both pools.
I saw a guy driving down my street with a big trough in the bed of his truck, like a horse trough.
Was it a Yeti coffin?
No, it
Or an
wasn't.
actual
No, it was
trough?
like one of the silver ones, right?
Right.
And I was just thinking, like, granted, my wife would never let me do this, but I would love to have that in my backyard just to fill up with cold water and just to sit in. Is that trashy as hell? Like if I'm just in my backyard in a trough, just sitting there cold plunging.
You were right about our Dan, our Brittany's friend. He and put a cold plunge in his backyard.
I know, dude. It's sick. What is? I respond to his stories like kind of hoping for the invite and just hasn't hit me yet. I guess I'm further down the list than I thought.
He was inspired by our Cabo trip.
Dan went to Cabo and said,
Different
I love
Dan,
this
by the
so
way.
much. Yeah, not Dan registered. He put a cold plunge. What does a cold plunge consist of? Like, how is it different than a normal?
There's
pool
different
set?
ways to do it because yes, I did look into this.
It gets
the,
cold.
The ones that
Very.
That's the difference.
The ones that have cooling, like not cooling jets, but like a cooling device in it that keeps the
chiller.
Those are like expensive.
I
Very expensive. Now there's workarounds. There's a company that sells like a barrel that seals shut. So if you just fill it with water and ice, it'll stay cold. And some people will even do like they'll buy a meat freezer like you'd have in your garage, fill it up with water, dump a bunch of ice in it, shut it, keep it sealed, and then go cold plunge. Well, I'm not doing that. I'm not getting permission from Alyssa to drop a meat freezer in the garage so I can go cold plunge.
Just be like, well, survival mode. You'd be like, well, if everything goes to shit, we can put meat in the meat freezer. Be good.
Facts.
Get one for the
Sustainable.
office.
Cold plunge?
Yeah.
Or a cryo chamber?
A plunge.
Plunging is more beneficial than
Catch
the
me
cryo
plunging.
chamber.
You ever think about how people like 100 years ago, to keep stuff cold, they were like the Iceman would come around with like blocks of ice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why they're called ice boxes. That's how freezers worked back then.
Yeah, you just break off a piece of your ice for the week.
Or not a freezer. That's how refrigerators worked.
Yeah. Just be like, yeah, here you go.
refrigeration,
And the milkman.
no melting.
Milkman. You know those jokes, right?
No.
How many people were really hooking up with the milkman?
Like, oh, what's her name's son looks like the milkman.
Oh, because he comes around and
He comes around, then he comes around again.
that's right.
Who's
That's
the
right.
modern day milkman? Is it the UPS guy?
Yeah, this is the UPS guy.
I don't know.
Is it the mailman?
Yeah,
who
too hot.
aggressively backs into the parking
It's
spot
too
out
hot and
front.
sweaty. I don't know, man.
The milkman.
Babe, our son looks like the UPS guy.
I mean, milkman used to be a thing.
Pool boy? That's
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's the pool boy.
Fucking don't need any pool boys at my apartment complex.
Sounds like they do.
Sounds like you, yeah.
No, they need lifeguards. Just like, please bring your Coronas elsewhere.
So I don't know if this is a bad thing or not, but I brought some glass bottles to the beach. I was like, am I allowed to do this? I wasn't walking around with it. I was just sitting in a chair, but like we had some glass bottles. I was like,
wouldn't-
this is what I want to drink.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say it's like the worst thing in the world.
Because you drop a glass bottle on sand, it's,
it's
not
not going to
breaking.
do anything.
But
You don't want to leave it there.
and plus, in every Corona commercial, Snoop's just on the beach blatantly with bottles. So what do you want me to do?
How does sea glass get made? Is that just pieces of broken glass? Like,
No. I think
You
it's
know what I mean?
I think it's erosion.
Sea glass?
yeah.
I don't know what sea glass is.
Sea glass out.
His name was actually Sea Bass.
What is sea glass made from? Naturally weathered pieces of glass.
Seabass said that.
If that's sea bass over there.
Movies.
Yeah, no, it's just fucking people's glass bottles being broken and in the sea. It's
That's
very
not.
rare,
There's no
apparently.
way that's a
I
thing.
swear to God, By the Sea Jewelry says it's. Oh,
Okay, maybe I was wrong.
it's a reverse gem. Made by man,
Holy
refined
shit, I'm
by
gonna come.
nature, instead of made by nature, refined by man.
Damn, the duality of man. You have anything more exciting to end on, or do we want to end with the sea glass thing?
Just that-
Starbucks has a new chicken sandwich. if
Just
you
that
wanna
my,
talk about
my,
it.
No,
my headache
no.
is ramping up. It's getting worse.
Starbucks has the most depressing looking food. Like in the little case, their breakfast sandwiches are not good.
You would, yeah. I think they're all pre-made, and they just zap them in the microwave.
They do, and it's
You-
fine in a pinch, but like no one's going there for food.
I'm gonna ride. You know who loves Starbucks food? Cool Adam.
Does he?
He loves Starbucks food.
No, they do make a decent chocolate croissant that Parks is a big fan of.
Okay.
What did I see Parks doing on Instagram yesterday? Popsicle, ice cream man, something. Donut. That's what it was. Donut Friday.
Did he
Who's
bite?
today?
Did he bite every one of them?
He got a knife and
That's
fork.
what he does. He wants to try all of them. Before
He does not
decides.
believe in taking the one he touches.
Before he commits to a full one, he wants to make sure he knows how they all taste.
I appreciate that. You're taking official visits.
Hey, Brett, I think you should take a look in the mirror and just check for your shoulder nipples.
Oh my
Like, just
God.
Just one time for a player.
Oh man, what kind of hanger? What's your hanger situation,
Dylan,
dude?
I know.
Here's what you do.
I noticed it today.
Randy's
I
cracking up.
literally noticed it in the mirror. I know. I did look in the mirror today.
This is what you do.
Wet washcloth.
Get your hand a little wet. Just go like that and just pat it down, and it'll smooth it out. I do it all the time.
The best thing about there was a number of good things growing up with an older sister, but she would not let me leave the house for school.
With shoulder nipples.
With shoulder
Yeah,
nips.
she'd be like, huh? She'd also pop the zits on my back.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah. My sisters would pin me down and just go to town
Oh
on me.
God,
What? Why? Why?
Dylan.
That's like
I'm not popping your zit.
That's like a super popular
I know.
subculture. People love
Friend
to
of the
watch
show,
that.
Jake Kemp.
I can't
loves
stop
it.
watching them. If I get served them on Instagram or something, I'll watch for 20 minutes.
I'm going to Montana with Jake in 2 weeks. I'm gonna try to get like, how do I make myself like have a little breakout on my back? I want like one of those big boy ones, and I'm gonna make him like pop it.
Oh.
Well, I don't want to do the popping. I just want to see other people do it.
I am the one who pops.
Right.
Can I round out this podcast with one quote from Mr. McElroy talking about the Starbucks chicken sandwich, Dave? Are you ready for this?
Hold on, Rory.
He wasn't impressed with the product. It's off-putting. In his words, and in the battle of chicken sandwiches, Starbucks is an infant tickling itself with a razor. They're wandering into a pre-existing conflict and with no care, no forethought, and no knowledge.
Someone, a higher up at Starbucks, actually said those words.
No, I don't know who this is.
Because that was a really, really eloquent way of saying that they don't need to do the chicken sandwich.
It's Justin McElroy, co-host of the podcast My Brother and Me. They've been covering the chicken sandwich wars for years.
That's a good podcast, I'm sure.
I wonder who it's featuring. Anyway, that's it. That's from Bon Appetit.
You know, Dumois has a podcast. Did you guys know this?
Is it called spilling tea? Like, what do they do?
It's just, I don't know, but
No tea is left.
I'm not saying
unspilled?
who, but someone in my household might listen to it occasionally. You know who their guest was this week? It was Rusty Ranks Beers.
Shut up.
Rusty Featherstone.
It was Rusty. I
Spilling-
go,
spilling
Alyssa's like,
tea
do you
is a
know
good
this
name
guy?
for a podcast,
She goes, you
actually.
know the Friday Beers guys, don't you? I was like, not really, but like, I met one of the guys at one of our meetups, and she goes, oh yeah, they've got the Rusty guy on there. I'm like, what, Rusty Ranks Beers is on this? And I listened. I was like, yeah, that's him. Shout out to him.
That dude, he will rank a beer. That's the thing about him.
He's doing bars now too.
Are we surprised that Barstool didn't land him or go after him?
No, I don't know. I think he was a good free agent pickup for Friday Beers. That's for sure.
Oh, they signed.
He
Oh,
does
yeah.
content for
Oh,
that.
okay.
He's,
Yeah.
he's
I don't know
full-time.
what exactly the capacity of that is. But
That's the thing is like, and for us too. I mean, pull back the curtain. Like when we see somebody big on TikTok or Instagram or something like it's not a question of that would be a cool get to like add to the content roster, but then it becomes what do they do and how do they justify a salary, which a lot of time is done through ad sales, but a lot of the times too, if you have a big following, you say I need a bigger salary, and then the salary is not justified through ad sales because it's hard to sell social, and so the loop continues on, Dave.
Very cool.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's tough with something like that. You're taking a leap of faith that like this person, you go after someone like that. This is just us. Not talking about what Friday Beers is. I don't know what their situation is, but
Sure.
like we grab somebody like that, and it's like, all right, well, obviously, like month one, they're probably not bringing a stream of revenue.
Arguably,
us.
like
They're not paying for
2
themselves.
to 3 months before you see a
Yeah.
cent.
So you have to kind of. That was a big player at the previous company. It's a tough part of running a media business
Right.
like this.
It's delicate. And podcast ads, for those out there, are generally higher per impression revenue generators than a tweet or a TikTok. So
It's why we went after SVP
Yeah.
and we got close, dangerously close, some say. But yeah, we were like, this guy can bring immediate eyeballs, ears, and dollars into the company. And at the end of
Yeah.
the day, he decided to stick with the millions of dollars that ESPN was paying him.
which is fine. I think we were top 5 on his list.
We were offering pretty decent benefits, all the PTO he needs, remote, work from home, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Could have stayed in DC.
We would promote his stuff on the Wash Media Instagram.
How did he say no?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh man, I'm spent. I have a headache. I need a cold plunge. How great would that be today?
This was a fun Friday beers pod. I think I learned a lot about Brett today.
Like
Coffee
such
Friday.
as
Do not fuck with Brett's pool.
no fuck not in the middle of summer in Austin. Like dude, just
I can't stop looking at his shoulder nipple. Can
Free
I
the-
get it on
free
I'm
the-
video?
glad you
Dillon.
waited till the end to point that out because that would have totally tanked the show.
Dillon, free the nipple. That's what I say. Free the nipple. I'm team hashtag free the nipple.
Okay.
What? It's just a picture. How?
It's not.
It's a video.
It's a video.
Says it all. Well, I don't know when the next Coffee Friday is, but will most likely be here, and
You got to think he'll be here, yeah.
maybe we'll mix it up. Maybe we'll have a different guest. Who knows? Maybe we'll replace Dillon with
Then we get
Rusty Featherstone.
Can we get Arch in here at some point when he's
No.
on campus?
I guarantee.
Why not?
What's his personality?
I've never heard.
I guess we'll find
I've
out.
never heard the guy
He's a
speak.
high school kid.
Right.
He doesn't
He's
even know.
done a couple of TikToks.
Okay.
Mostly just appearing in the background while those other boys are doing stuff in front of him. But
Sick.
All
Well,
right.
thank you for sticking with this Coffee Friday. If you did,
Have a great weekend, everybody.
love you guys.
Bye.
Keep your head up.
See ya.
Bye bye.
Coffee's for closers only. You think I'm fucking with you? I am not fucking with you. I am not fucking with you. Coffee's for closers only. Closers only. Coffee's for closers only.
I'm cut job.
Holy shit.